Hello my dear students, my name is Namokal and we are beginning with the 15 days sprint to JEE main, the final lap. So my dear students, this is just in the interest of your JEE main that we at Vedantu Master Classes are launching this YouTube series in which we will be telling you exactly what to do in those last 15 days, which will be critical for your preparation. And obviously at this time it is extremely important to be highly energized and highly directed, and I'll tell you exactly how we can do that. So my name is Namokal and we are beginning with this, my dear students, and let me also tell you that before we begin, let's have a snapshot of the weightage of physics. So can everyone have a look at this? So the big brother of physics, which many of the students dread, is mechanics. It has the highest weightage, that is of 35%. And in this series, we'll be majorly conquering mechanics. And you can also have a look at what is the weightage for heat and thermodynamics. So which is very less. It's an easy kill subject. It's also there in chemistry. Then we have current, electricity and EMI, which has 20% weightage, and optics and modern physics, which again is very simple, which has a 17% weightage. The importance of this topic is that it has nearly the same weightage for CBSE as well, which makes this a very important topic. So everyone, now let's have a look at our very first masterclass in this series on physics, which will be on kinematics 1D, kinematics in one dimension. So again, for all the students who don't know me, my name is Namokal. I'm the proud inventor of Turbo Math, which is one of the most successful courses in the country. Again, my dear students, I'm also the awarded teacher. I'm also the teacher who has been awarded for best teaching and pedagogy at the National Teachers Conclave 2018. It is something which really changed my life and outlook towards teaching, and it is all because of your love and support. And let me tell you, my dear students, that is not what brings me here. What really brings me here is the love for all of you, the love for the subject, and I think it's time to dive right into the first question of the day, my dear students. So we'll be discussing some very critical problems for your JEE when it comes to kinematics 1D. It has a good weightage of close to 5%. So my dear students, let's have a look at the very first problem. So again, so first and foremost, my dear students, one thing which all of you should know, again, it's the basics of mathematics, that is visualizing graphs. So in graphs, there are two things which all of you must know. One is the slope of the graph. तो slope देखो यहाँ पे, this is a positive slope, this is a zero slope, देखो बिल्कुल flat है, this is a negative slope. So how do you understand slope? So always understand like this is a zero slope. Okay, as you keep increasing this, देखो ढलान ऐसे increase हो रहा है slope. So the slope values increase like this. So if you see, yes, it's rising. So the slope is increasing. It's increasing like this. Okay. So this is the slope of the graph. And my dear students, let me also show you one thing यहाँ पे कि if this is y and if this is x, okay, slope is nothing but dy by dx. Okay, so this is the slope. Similarly, this is the area under the graph. So this is differentiation, and if this is fx and if this is x, then always know that this is the area under the curve. Okay, the area under the curve, and that is nothing but integral of fx or y. So basically y is equals to fx. So integral fx from a to b. Okay, integral fx dx. So this will be the area under the curve. Please have a look at this. Okay guys, so that was about the basics. Let me also tell you with respect to physics and graphs, you need to know some basics. So in a snapshot, I'll just tell you some important features. So one is the position time graph or the ST curve. ST curve या XT curve या YT curve, basically position time graph or displacement time curve. So यहाँ पे obviously it doesn't take a while to understand this कि this is ST curve. So ds by dt, differentiation or the slope of this curve will give you what? What is ds by dt? That is velocity. ठीक है, slope. Apart from that, slope of the tangent. तो यहाँ पे कुछ और factors है. Everyone please have a look at this. So if this is a curve, if this is the curve, तो यहाँ पे देखो everyone. So if this is a curve, it's an ST curve. ST. तो अगर मैं खाली बोलता हूँ, if I only talk about one point और one point यहाँ पे, so one point मतलब it's one instant of time. So at this instant, I can only draw a tangent. Okay. तो यहाँ पे लो tangent draw कर दिया. So the slope of the tangent is ds by dt, which will give me the velocity. Okay, but if I don't talk about tangent, if I talk about an interval, okay, not just one time, if I talk about an interval, अब यहीं पर please watch this very carefully. So यहाँ पे if this is the curve, again this is t, this is s, और अब यहाँ पे the curve is like this, and if I talk from this point to this point, so this is a time interval. अब देखो यहाँ पे ये time interval है. So if this is a time interval, my dear students, so please have a look. तो यहाँ पे I cannot be drawing a tangent. What will I draw? I will draw a chord. Okay, I'll draw a chord. So this will give me instantaneous acceleration. This will give me average acceleration. Sorry, instantaneous velocity and average velocity. So this will give me average velocity and this will give me instantaneous velocity, because यहाँ पे this is ds by dt. But in this case, this chord का slope, the slope of this chord will give you delta s by delta t. अब यहाँ पे देखो delta s by delta t होगा ना ये. This will be delta s, obviously delta s, and this will be delta t. So the slope will be delta s by delta t, which is nothing but your average velocity. Okay, similarly vt curve की बात करेंगे अब. So in a vt curve, the slope of the chord will give you average acceleration, similar to that, and slope of the tangent, okay, the slope of the tangent. So if this is the curve, अब अगर ये curve है तुम्हारा, और यहाँ पे if I drop a tangent, अब यहाँ पे मैंने tangent बनाया, this is a vt curve. Okay, so this tangent का slope will give me dv by dt, which will be acceleration. Slope of tangent will give you instantaneous acceleration at this instant. If it is about 2 points, you will draw a chord, and the slope of that chord will give you average acceleration. ठीक है? The area under this, obviously, what will the area give you? Area under the vt curve will give you displacement. Always understand, not distance, but it will give you displacement. Okay. And this one, again, this one is where majority of the silly mistakes are committed. तो पहले ही बता देता हूं, acceleration time graph, my dear students, if it's an AT graph, AT, तो बच्चे बहुत बार क्या करते हैं, इसका एरिया क्या देगा? अब again, the slope will give you dA by dt, which is a jerk, again, which is outside our syllabus. But अगर हम बात करें, if I talk about the area under this curve, तो ये जो एरिया है ना, ये velocity नहीं होता. Always understand, this is the change in velocity. ये क्या देगा तुम्हें? This will give you the change in velocity. V minus u देता है ये. ठीक है? What this means is, एक मिनट, हाँ, what this means is, if at this instant the speed was u, and at this instant if the speed was v, the change in velocity is v minus u, and that is what you get from the area under the AT curve. ठीक है? Okay, so that was great. Now let's proceed. So everyone, let's have a look at, okay, the very first question right in front of you. अब ये देखो everyone, what is this? What does d by dt of modulus of v vector represent? Okay, the options are right in front of you. चलो इसको करने की कोशिश करो. First option, the rate of change of velocity. Second option, the rate of change of speed. The third option, magnitude of acceleration. And then D option is acceleration. Okay, so now let's get our concepts right, my dear students. अब यहाँ पे देखो, please watch this very carefully. अब here everyone should know what is V vector. ये क्या चीज है? This is velocity. Okay, velocity क्या होती है? 10 meters per second in this direction. Direction के साथ बोलूंगा मैं. Velocity is 10 I cap or 10 J cap, or I can say 10 I cap plus 10 J cap. Basically 10 root 2 यहाँ पे. ठीक है? So this is velocity vector. But what is mod of v? ये क्या है? ये velocity है. This is velocity. And what is only v? अगर मैं खाली v लिखूं तो ये क्या होता है? This is the magnitude of velocity. I can write v or v vector का mod. So what is this? This is speed. Speed. Okay, velocity without any direction is just speed. Speedometer में खाली तुम्हें value दिखती है, direction नहीं. So this is speed. ठीक है? And everyone knows what d by dt is. D by dt is the rate of change of, okay, with respect to time. Rate of change of. So the best answer to this problem will be the rate of change of speed. You can also call this the rate of change of magnitude of velocity, which is speed again, right? And this is the best answer. This is not the right answer. It is not the rate of change of velocity. It is the rate of change of magnitude of velocity or the rate of change of speed. क्योंकि ये क्या है? d by dt is rate of change of, right? d by dt is rate of change of. So it's a brilliant problem. अगर खाली ये लिखा होता, again understand, if this was written, I for detail everyone, if this was dv by dt, this is acceleration. ठीक है? This is acceleration. अब अगर मैंने इसका मॉड लगा दिया होता तो दिस इज मॉड्यूलस ऑफ एक्सेलरेशन, जस्ट द वैल्यू. ओके, सो ऑलवेज अंडरस्टैंड, डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज, यू कैन मेक अ लॉट ऑफ सिली मिस्टेक्स विद जस्ट दिस सिंपल प्रॉब्लम. सो विद दिस माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, नाउ लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट आवर नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम राइट इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. सो व्हाट्स गिवन इन दिस प्रॉब्लम? अ कार एक्सेलरेट्स, पहले एक कार एक्सेलरेट कर रही है विद a मीटर्स पर सेकेंड एंड देन इट डीएसेलरेट्स और ब्रेक्स हो रहा है. तो a से एक्सेलरेट किया, फिर 2a से ब्रेक्स आए. सो बेसिकली व्हाट इज द डिस्टेंस कवर्ड? दिस इज बीइंग आस्क्ड इन द प्रॉब्लम. a से इट एक्सेलरेटेड एंड देन इट डीएसेलरेटेड विद 2a मीटर्स पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. सो यू एंड द टोटल टाइम elapsed is t seconds. Okay, so we have to find what is the total distance traveled by this car. इस कार ने कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल किया? What is the best way to do this problem? You can also do it using equations of motion. But my dear students, let me tell you which is the best way to do this problem, like a rock star. अब यहाँ पे देखो. So especially if this kind of a problem hits the JEE, how you can crack it open just like that. तो यहाँ पे देखो, the best way is the graphical approach for this problem. अब यहाँ पे देखो everyone. Let's draw the VT curve of this, है ना? ग्राफ बनाते ही प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगा. So this is the VT curve. So this is T, this is V. Okay, इसकी स्लोप एक्सेलरेशन है. Yes, इसकी स्लोप एक्सेलरेशन है. Okay, so I have also uploaded one of the videos on kinematics. अगर वो स्लोप का कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर नहीं है तो you can go and watch that also. अब यहाँ पे देखो everyone, this is a VT graph. अब यहां पे अगेन व्हाट इज द एक्सेलरेशन? एक्सेलरेशन a, इट एक्सेलरेट्स, तो इसकी वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज हो रही है विद a मीटर्स पर सेकंड एवरी सेकंड. ओके, सो एक रेट से ये ऐसे इंक्रीज हो रहा है, खींच दिया. ठीक है, सो दिस इज द एक्सेलरेशन. द स्लोप, इट्स अ कांस्टेंट स्लोप, कांस्टेंट पॉजिटिव स्लोप, मतलब कांस्टेंट पॉजिटिव एक्सेलरेशन लिख दिया यहां पे. स्लोप है प्लस a. नाउ इट डीएसेलरेट्स विद डबल द रेट, मतलब जिस तरीके से बढ़ रही थी उससे डबल डिक्लाइन है, मतलब डबल स्लोप से. सो अगेन इट विल नॉट बी इक्वल स्लोप हियर, इट विल बी समथिंग लाइक दिस. समझ गए? इट विल बी समथिंग लाइक दिस. ओके, सो लेट मी डू वन थिंग माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, लेट्स ड्रॉ दिस वंस अगेन. ठीक है, लेट्स ड्रॉ दिस वंस अगेन. सो दिस इज टाइम, दिस इज velocity, this is time, this is velocity. अब यहां पे this is acceleration, ठीक है, plus a. now deceleration at double the rate, बिल्कुल अच्छा वाला डिक्लाइन देते हैं यहां पे, वेरी गुड. ठीक है, तो ये डबल डिक्लाइन दे दिया. दिस इज -2a स्लोप. ठीक है, तो ऐसा ही कुछ हो रहा है. now what is the area? What will the area give us here? Area will give us positive displacement. Positive displacement is always distance only. ठीक है, बिकॉज गाड़ी ऐसे जा रही थी फिर ब्रेक हुआ, तो डिस्प्लेसमेंट एक ही डायरेक्शन में हो रहा है सब कुछ. डिस्प्लेसमेंट विल बी इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस. ठीक है, तो इसका एरिया विल बी योर आंसर. इसका एरिया विल बी योर आंसर. तो बच्चों एक चीज नोटिस करो, दिस टाइम इज टी, दिस टाइम इज टी. अब हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव रियली अंडरस्टूड दिस फैक्ट कि ये और ये इंक्रीज, सो इट रीच्ड अ स्पीड ऑफ v और v नॉट, v max, बेसिकली इसको v max कह देता हूं. इट रीच्ड अ स्पीड ऑफ v max in t1 टाइम एंड देन इट केम 0 to v max, it took t टाइम. okay, t1 टाइम. so v max to 0, it will take half the time because double deceleration है, rate of decrease is double. तो ये वर्सेस ये 2:1 का रेशियो होगा. Can you all see this? This will be 2:1 का ratio, or you can even find it out using v is equals to u plus at. यहां से यहां तक say that the time is t1, यहां से यहां तक say that the time is t2. You will find out very simply that t1 upon t2, t1 will be greater, will be 2:1. T1 by T2 आ जाएगा 2:1. ओके, अब ये रेशियो आ गया हमारे पास. तो बेसिकली अगर 2:1 है तो ये क्या होगा 2T/3 एंड ये होगा T/3, क्योंकि ये रेशियो है. एंड वी ऑल्सो नो दैट T1 प्लस T2, एक मिनट, T1 प्लस T2 इज इक्वल्स टू T. सो यूजिंग दीज टू इक्वेशंस ये आ जाएगा कि ये टाइम कितना है 2T/3 एंड दिस इज T/3. बहुत अच्छी बात है. सो व्हाट इज आवर आंसर एवरीवन? डिस्टेंस क्या है हमारा? सो डिस्टेंस will be the area under the curve, distance of the displacement which will be half base into height. अब यहां पे base क्या है? base तो time है, height क्या है? Vmax है. So our answer is half Vmax into time. अब Vmax निकाल सकते हो बहुत easily, you know the time 2T/3, तो Vmax आ जाएगा उससे. Vmax क्या है everyone? 2T/3 acceleration by a. So Vmax will be, again use V is equals to U plus AT from here to here. So Vmax, okay, it is from 0 to Vmax that it is going there. So Vmax is equals to U plus AT. So this will be A into 2T/3. यहां पे डालो, आंसर आ जाएगा. ओके, तो यहां पे देखो what is this? half 2AT/3 into T. तो 2 से 2 गया. what am I getting? 1/3 AT square. ओके, तो इंपॉर्टेंट चीज ये नहीं थी कि you know how you solve the problem. Important thing was to realize कि it goes from here to here, it accelerates with a and then it reaches Vmax. So 0 to Vmax, Vmax to 0. So if you see this rate is a, this is double the rate. So यहाँ पे जो टाइम होगा ये इसका आधा होगा. So if this is say time taken here is T1, so here it will be T1/2. It will take half as much time because the rate is double of decrease of velocity. ठीक है? Or you can also get this relationship by using the first equation of motion. That's it. Okay. So my dear students, with this now let's move on. Let's have a look at our second critical illustration of the day. So everyone, please have a look at this. A very important problem in front of you. An object is moving with an initial velocity of 10 meters per second. Okay, it is moving with a 10 meters per second initial velocity, and it has a constant acceleration of -2 meters per second square. Okay, -2 meters per second square. Find the total distance traveled by the object. अब ये problems straightforward नहीं होते, especially when they talk about distance, my dear students. As someone talks to you about distance, अब अगर कोई भी distance की बात करे, so always remember these problems are not straightforward. Why? I'll tell you. Whenever you have an initial velocity which is in this direction, okay, initial velocity is here but acceleration due to gravity is here. So if I throw this ऊपर, what happens? ये ऊपर गया, so it is going up, इसका velocity कम होता जा रहा है and then it changes direction. So यहाँ तक distance क्या है? यहां से यहां तक displacement will be 0 according to your equations of motion. Equations of motion don't at all talk about distance. Okay, तो ये यहां से यहां तक it will tell you displacement. But what is distance covered? Hmax plus Hmax, that is the distance covered, right? Distance can never reduce. तो इस problem में भी you have to be very careful about that because we are not asking you about the displacement, we are asking you about the distance traveled by the object in 6 seconds. अब इसको बेस्ट तरीका क्या है करने का? एवरीवन थिंक अबाउट दिस. व्हाट इज द बेस्ट वे ऑफ डूइंग इट? सो बेसिकली इन दिस प्रॉब्लम लेट मी टेल यू बिफोर हैंड द डायरेक्शन विल चेंज. द डायरेक्शन ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट विल चेंज. क्यों? अब यहां पे देखो द स्पीड इज रिड्यूसिंग at the rate of -2 meters every second. So this is the acceleration. That means -2 meters per second is reducing every second. तो पहले 10 है, तो after 1 second it will become 8, then 6, then 4, then 2, then 1. In 5 seconds it has become 0. And we are talking about 6 seconds. तो basically ये समझ में आ गया. 5 तक निकाल लो और फिर 5 के बाद फिर से निकाल लो. That is one way of doing the problem. Another god way of doing this problem is again drawing the VT curve. ठीक है, distance आ गया मतलब VT curve. Now everyone, let's draw the VT curve first. Okay, so this is velocity and this is time. Okay, because graphs never lie. Graphs से आराम से you can visualize. Initial velocity is 10. बहुत अच्छी बात है. Initial velocity is 10. Let's try plotting it. So let's say this is 10 and now it is reducing at the rate of -2. ओके स्लोप इज -2. अब आई थिंक नाउ यू ऑल नो कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री. ये 10 है तो ये कितना होना चाहिए, ये 5 होना चाहिए फॉर द स्लोप टू बी -2. बहुत अच्छी बात है. एंड नाउ लेट्स ड्रॉ दिस कर्व. टाइम नेगेटिव के लिए स्लोप है नहीं बिकॉज टाइम एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता नेगेटिव में. ओके सो दिस विल कीप गोइंग लाइक दिस. हाय या ना बोलो एवरीवन. ठीक है, सो इट विल बी अ कर्व लाइक दिस. वेरी नाइस. नाउ दिस इज वन एरिया, पॉजिटिव एरिया. सो ये डिस्टेंस में कवर होगा. अब ये 6 है, यस और नो. दिस इज 6. तो बेसिकली दिस इज नेगेटिव एरिया. So what is your answer? Your answer should be positive displacement plus negative displacement का mod, because in distance you find everything. Okay, in distance you find everything. नहीं तो if you are not able to understand this, you can draw the speed time graph also. Speed time graph में ऐसे और ऐसे draw कर दोगे. How will the speed time graph look like? अब यहाँ पे देखो, speed time graph will look like very simple. It will look like यहां से ऐसे गया, नीचे नहीं जाती. Speed is never negative. So from here you will draw the mirror image. ठीक है. So the area under the speed time graph or the positive areas mod ले लेके here will be your answer. अब जल्दी से अब कोई बच्चा भी निकाल सकता है. So everyone do this. Let's figure this out. या इसका एरिया क्या है? This is 10 half base into height. Let's find this. Half into 10 into 5. Okay, what is this? 25. इसका एरिया आ गया 25. So our answer is definitely above 25. तो यहाँ ये वाले ऑप्शंस तो हटा दो. 20 because distance will always increase. कभी distance decrease नहीं होता. ठीक है. 26 and 27. It is one of these. So now if you see this width is, मेरे बच्चों, this width is how much? It is 1. Okay, from 5 to 6, that is 1 second. What about this height? How will you find that? Using slope. Simple. Using slope. Or you can just say at 6 seconds you can find what is the velocity by writing the equation. You can actually write the equation, कोई problem नहीं है. लिख दो equation. V is equals to U plus AT. U is given as 10. Okay, U is given as 10 minus 2T. So this is what you plotted. Okay, you could have started like this also. So this is VT graph. So when you plot this, ऐसा कुछ आता है. तो what is the velocity at 6? जल्दी से बताओ, what is the velocity at 6? Velocity at t is equals to 6 क्या आ रहा है? It will be -2. ठीक है, वेरी गुड. सो दिस इज -2. तो ये लेंथ कितनी है? 2. इसका एरिया निकालो क्या है? इट्स अ नेगेटिव एरिया, बट अगेन वील टेक द पॉजिटिव वैल्यू बिकॉज लुक एट दैट. ठीक है. सो हियर इट विल बी 1 into 2 into half. So this will be 1. ठीक है. So what is your distance? Your distance will be distance. Displacement will be 25 minus 1. Distance will be 25 plus 1. Answer will be 26. Clear? Okay. So with this, my dear students, let's have a look at the next problem, next critical problem for your JEE, and let's have a look at that right now. So again, I also call this the Galileo trick. Okay, so many of your other students who have taken master classes from me would know about this. Ki always remember one thing. Okay, in any acceleration, और पता है इससे बहुत ज़्यादा advantage मिलता है. In any acceleration and not just in kinematics, in any other topic जहाँ पे इसकी application होगी, you will find that. So if a drop, यहाँ पे क्या दे रखा है? If a drop falls initially from 0 velocity, then it falls down. Okay, so it keeps accelerating. In the first second, it will travel some distance. Now it has gained velocity because of acceleration. In the second second, it will travel more distance. So funda is always remember this simple thing, that if the time interval is same, for example, if you just talk about 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, so in the first second, if it is traveling x, then in the second second, it will travel 3x, then 5x, then 7x. तो ये बहुत important trick होती है that and this can be applicable not just for seconds, for any equal time interval. For example, मैं बोल सकता हूँ for the first pi second, from 0 to pi seconds, it travels x. तो now from pi to 2 pi, in the next pi seconds, it will travel 3x, x, 3x, 5x like this. So always remember, and you can also verify this. Verify भी कर सकते हो, बहुत simple है. So there's a drop and it is falling. So what is the premise? The premise is very simple. Premise is that it should fall not with an initial velocity. It should just start falling under gravity or under any acceleration. Okay, under any acceleration it will hold true. So let's have a look iska. So 1 minute. So everyone, if you look at this drop over here, so this is t is equals to 0. So this is t is equals to 0 and it is not moving this drop. Now in the next second कितना गिरेगा? If I just talk about t is equals to 1, जल्दी बताओ, s is equals to half at square. In our case it will be half gt square or 5t square. ठीक है, 5t square. Time is 1, so it will be 5, right? 5 meters. ठीक है, 5 meters गिर जाएगा. In the next second कितना गिरेगा? x तो 3x 15 होना चाहिए, right? 15 होना चाहिए. तो यहां से यहां तक निकालो. बेसिकली फ्रॉम 0 to 2 निकाल लो. इन 2 seconds कितना गिरता है टोटल? यहां से यहां तक कितना गिरता है? हाफ gt स्क्वायर होता है ना, हाफ इंटू जी, दैट इज 10 इंटू टी स्क्वायर. तो यहां पे t इज 2 seconds, तो इट विल बी 5 इंटू 4 20. तो ये पूरा 20 है, तो ये कितना होगा? दिस विल बी 15. Like I said, x, then 3x, then 4x, like that. So always understand this is a very oral thing. It is 1:3:5. Clear? Okay. Now this can be applicable for any acceleration. जरूरी नहीं है कि gravity है. अगर यहाँ पे मैं एक incline दे दूँ, okay, एक JEE problem देखेंगे इसके बाद. So if I give you an incline and if I say, अब यहाँ पे g नहीं लग रहा, g sin theta लग रहा है, तो यहाँ पे भी this starts from rest. Always understand. In the first second, okay, in the first second it will cover x distance. In the second second, okay, second or second time interval. So this time interval is t. In the next time interval, it will travel 3 times this. It will travel 3x, but it has to start from rest. And then it will travel for constant acceleration. This is. Then it will travel 5x, okay, in the same time intervals. ठीक है? Because it has gained pace. ठीक है. Awesome. Great. So now let's have a look at another problem which justifies this in the right spirit, and that will tell you how you can solve JEE problems in just seconds. Now everyone please have a look at this problem right in front of you. So this problem can take you more than 3 minutes also, and it can be done in a matter of 10 seconds also. So I'll tell you the 10 seconds way right now. Okay, so everyone please focus on this. A small block slides with friction or without friction, doesn't matter. So again, it slides without friction on an inclined plane. क्योंकि friction भी होता तो constant acceleration ही होता ना, g sin theta minus mu g cos theta. So here a small block slides without friction down an inclined plane starting from rest. Now this is the important part, that starting from rest, बहुत अच्छे, starting from rest. Let Sn be the distance traveled from, Sn मतलब Sn is the distance traveled in the nth second. Nth second. In the nth second, the distance traveled is basically, why nth second? Because it is the distance traveled from n minus 1 to n plus 1. First second क्या होगा? If you put n is equals to 1. Okay, so this will be from t is equals to 0 to 0 से 1 तक. From t is equals to 0 to t is equals to 1, that is first second. ठीक है? So that is why this is nth second. Understand? This is nth second का distance. Okay, so now they are asking you find Sn upon Sn plus 1. Now the best way to do this problem, 10-second way to do this problem is value रख दो. Okay, again you can also do it otherwise also. 1357 से भी you will not take more than 1 minute, है ना? You can just write the series. अब यहाँ पे देखो, if I say n is equals to 1, n is equals to 1, so basically S1 upon S2, distance traveled in the first second upon distance traveled in the second second. ठीक है? क्या होगा ये? First second में x, second second में 3x, like I just told you. So this should be equal to 1:3. 1:3 होना चाहिए ना? Okay. So now my dear students, अब देखो यहाँ पे, here this is the ratio. This is the ratio. अब यहाँ पे n 1 डाल के देखो कौन सा आ रहा है 1:3. 10 सेकेंड में प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व. एवरीवन, n is equals to 1 को देखते हैं. तो this will be, अगर मैं 1 डालता हूँ तो this will be 1/2. Not the answer. If I put 1 over here, यहाँ पे तो obviously denominator is greater than numerator is greater than the denominator. तो ये तो वैसे ही reject हो जाता है. But again, let's find it out. So this will be 3/1. This is also not right. Okay, this is perfect. This is going to be 1/3, perfect, and this will be 2/3, wrong. Obviously, you have to think laterally. It is very important to be calm in an examination, so your left brain does justice. Okay, so everyone with this, now let's move on to the next problem. Okay, so let's have a look at the next critical problem for all of you for your JEE. Everyone, now let's have a look at this problem. Now this problem can intimidate a lot of people, but again, if you're in the right mind, again the lateral approach will actually bring you out victorious. So everyone, अब देखो यहाँ पे. So let's see how we can solve this problem. So here we are given with one curve which is Vx curve. Okay, Vx, हम Vx देखते डर जाते हैं, but the one thing that comes to our mind is A is V dV by dx, है ना? चलो पहले वो लिख देते हैं. A is equals to V dV by dx. अब now why this problem can be extremely difficult to solve if you actually find the function of it. Okay, function करके करोगे तो बहुत time लग जाएगा. So everyone please have a look at this. From Vx curve, from the given Vx curve, you have to find out the Ax curve. Ax, acceleration displacement curve ढूंढना है. Okay, very good. So let's have a look at the options also, A, B, C, D, है ना? Now the best way, my dear students, बच्चों इसको करने का best तरीका क्या है? I will tell you that. So सबसे पहले let's have a look at the initial condition. तो ये क्या है? dv by dx is the slope of this curve. dv by dx will be the slope of this curve. और यहाँ पे slope क्या है बच्चों? जल्दी से बताओ. यहाँ पे slope negative है. Here slope is negative. It is constant throughout. It's a negative slope. Okay, like I told you, this is a zero slope. Okay, this is positive. Okay, half, like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 at 45 degrees 1, and then infinity, and this is a negative slope. Okay, negative slope because it has a obtuse angle with the positive x axis. So यहाँ पे slope क्या है? Everyone please see, यहाँ पे slope is negative. Slope is negative and velocity is positive. V naught into slope will be acceleration here. Initially at the initial stage, what is the acceleration? Acceleration is negative. Initially the acceleration is negative. Let's eliminate some options. At the initial stage acceleration should be negative. Oh, यहाँ पे positive है. Very good. निकाल दो, ये नहीं हो सकता है. Positive acceleration नहीं है initially. It is negative because it is V naught into the slope. Slope is negative. So acceleration is negative initially. Okay? Boundary conditions. Now let's have a look at the slope. यहाँ पे what is the slope? Everyone please watch this. Over here velocity is becoming zero. यहाँ पे velocity has become zero. तो what is this at this point? यहाँ पे क्या बोलूँगा मैं? At this point velocity is zero. So V dV by dx is zero. So यहाँ पे acceleration zero होगा या नहीं? Yes, acceleration is zero because acceleration is V dV by dx. मतलब finally acceleration should become zero. Finally acceleration is becoming zero where? अगर वो देखते हैं तो पहले ही हो जाता. So everyone, finally here acceleration is never becoming zero. It is staying negative. यहाँ पे भी it is going more negative. Only in this option finally the acceleration becomes zero and initially it is negative. All you did was just figured out initially acceleration is negative and finally it is positive. So that is how you talk to graphs. Okay. So my dear students, now let's move on. Let's have a look at our next critical problem for our JEE and that is this one. अब यहाँ पे देखो. So again, let's discuss what is the 10-second way of solving this problem. 10 second मतलब 10 second. So if the position time graph or the ST graph or the XT graph जो भी है ना, if it is looking something like this, अब इससे क्या समझ में आता है? अब ये बताओ जल्दी से. What do you understand when you look at this? ये बड़ा ऊटपटांग ग्राफ है, right? Which graph looks like this? Okay, एक बात पहले बता दूं. So basically, the only thing which comes to any sane mind is कि ये क्या होता है? If this is y and this is x, this is y is equals to sin x. But यहाँ पे नेगेटिव है पूरा. तो बेसिकली ये माइनस साइन टी के बराबर होगा या नहीं? समथिंग लाइक दैट. ओके, लेट्स गो विद आवर गट फीलिंग. अब जल्दी से देखते हैं. सो दिस ग्राफ इज वेरी सिमिलर टू माइनस साइन टी. एक्स इज इक्वल्स टू, यहाँ पे y इज इक्वल्स टू माइनस इज इक्वल्स टू साइन एक्स है. ये x और t है. तो सिमिलरली कैन आई राइट दिस एज x इज इक्वल्स टू माइनस साइन टी. ओके, लिख दिया, खत्म. ओके, अब क्या निकालना है? 80. 2 बार डिफरेंशिएट कर दो, काम खत्म. Differentiate it twice and see what graph you get. When you differentiate it once, by the way, you'll get velocity. Velocity is dx by dt. So you will get what? Sin का क्या होता है? Cos t. Okay, कोई problem नहीं है. Differentiate it once more. So acceleration is equals to cos का differentiation is minus sin. So this will become sin t. Very similar to the SHM equation also. अब यहाँ पे देखो, साइन का बेसिकली एक्सेलरेशन टाइम शुड बी लाइक अ साइन फंक्शन कौन सा है? यस, साइन फंक्शन. देखो कितना आसानी से हो गया. ओके, नाउ बाय द वे By the way, here if you had taken this as x is equals to minus a sin t, that would have been even more mature. उससे कुछ नहीं होगा, यहाँ पे एक constant आ जाता a का, so that doesn't change a thing. So guys, with this now let's move on. Let's move on to our next critical problem for JEE. Now everyone please have a look at this equation, this question. So what is this question? This question says that the acceleration time graph, so this is the AT graph, ये जो यहाँ पे given है, this is the AT graph, or it's not a let me make it more visible my dear students. So if you look at this, so what is this? ये क्या है? 10 है. So this is 10 and this is 4. And what is given? Acceleration time graph of a particle as shown. At what time? किस time पर the particle acquires the initial velocity? Okay, at what time will the particle acquire its initial velocity? मतलब जो इनिशियल वेलोसिटी है वो वापस से कब हो जाती है? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? So acceleration is 10 and it is reducing like this, and you all know that the area under the AT curve gives you gives you what? The change in velocity, है ना? तो इसका जो ग्राफ होता है ना, इसको भी करने के बहुत सही तरीके होते हैं. So basically what did I tell you? The area under the curve gives you v minus u. So this is the area. Area gives you v minus u, correct? Gives you v minus u. Now everyone see, it is saying that the final velocity should become equal to initial velocity, right? If final velocity becomes equal to initial velocity, okay, then that means v minus u is equals to 0. That means area should be 0. Basically find the time when area becomes 0. But अब ये पल्ले नहीं पड़ रहा, area 0. Okay, understand, there is something known as negative area in curves, right? So this is positive area and then you will get some negative area also. This area should be equal to that area. You have to find that time बच्चों. So if you look at this, I can directly, अब यहाँ पे देखते ही मैं 8 टिक कर सकता हूँ. क्यों? Symmetry की वजह से. Everyone see this. अब यहाँ पे क्या है? 4. So this is positive area. इसको 4 और एक्सटेंड करूंगा 8 पे, तो ये क्या होगा? ये नेगेटिव, उतना ही नेगेटिव एरिया आ जाएगा. बस प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व. सो बेसिकली इन 8 सेकेंड्स एरिया कितना हो जाता है? एवरीवन टेल मी. इन 8 सेकेंड्स द एरिया बिकम्स, ये जो भी है कैलकुलेट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. दिस इज पॉजिटिव एरिया, दिस इज नेगेटिव एरिया. द रॉकस्टार वे ऑफ डूइंग दिस प्रॉब्लम. ठीक है? सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दैट द एरिया इन द AT कर्व गिव्स यू चेंज इन वेलोसिटी. चलो, विद दिस नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स. एक मिनट. So let's have a look at the next critical problem अगर कोई है तो. So everyone, so अभी कोई है नहीं, but again we'll come back very soon my dear students. So let me tell you again very clearly, this was the very first episode of the sprint to JEE, and again we'll have 1 hour master classes on physics, chemistry and mathematics by the best teachers in the country. Let me tell you my dear students, it is presented to you by Vedantu master classes, which is a classic fusion of the best of teachers and the best of technology. So here the next master class my dear students tomorrow will be on Kinematics 2D, where again we will do some critical problems which will help you not just crack JEE, but obviously this will be a very big thing to really boost your confidence. And let me tell you, that is something which matters most in the last few days, क्योंकि वो सबसे ज्यादा मैटर करता है how much motivated, how much energized and how much positive you are in the last few days. So guys, please wait for this. Apart from that, there are many such master classes which I have uploaded on our YouTube channel. Okay, you can have a look at Vedantu, or you can also go to a link that is tinyurl.com/JEE physics. मैं लिख देता हूं यहाँ पे. So the link is very simple my dear students. हाँ, so it is tinyurl.com/JEE physics. Okay, so here you can have a look at a lot of sessions which will give you the crux points, but again abhi time utna zyada hai nahi, and these are 1 hour master classes. So what you can do is you can watch them on 2x or 1.5x. So definitely have a look at all of these. उसके अलावा my dear students, one more important thing which I want to tell you, which is very very critical. Again, we are highly motivated to bring this kind of high quality content to all of you. So please don't forget my dear students. So this is, I'm urging you, it's very important that you like this video. Thank you so much for that. Subscribe it. But again, ये ध्यान रखना, when you subscribe, don't forget to press the bell icon, क्योंकि अगर इस घंटी को नहीं बजाया तो it is meaningless to subscribe, क्योंकि then you will not get the notifications, okay, as we upload more such videos. So subscribe, like this video, and also share it with your friends. Try to spread this amongst as many students as you can. So again, that'll be great from your part. So my dear students, see you again tomorrow. Always remember, it's very simple. The timetable for these classes will be 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9 every evening. These classes will happen for physics, chemistry, maths, PCM 7, 8, 9. Be there and see you all tomorrow again. Thank you so much everyone, and this is Namokal signing off, and see you in the next masterclass on Kinematics 2D. Bye.